Hey folks, hello again, Jessica here. So, this is the second video about the 5th anniversary. I talked about who I thought my recommendations were for the anniversary suptix in the previous video. Decided to split these two up just because the video would be freaking long if I combined them both. This one we're going to talk about what to get for your fifth. Why, tongue, do you not want to work with me? 5th birthday weapon trade. So what this is, by the way, if you haven't log on and do at least this, and get your free pulls, because free stuff is great. Okay. I tried doing this once, and the video ended up being really long because I went into super detail of each of the weapons. So I'm actually just going to try and briefly give you an overview of all the weapons and then just call out my picks. So basically you can trade for one of these weapons. They will be MLB in most cases, so level 100, skill level 10, and you can take them to FLB with mats and stuff, so 150, skill level 15. Your choices are the Regalia Weapons, so the Omega 2 weapons, whichever you prefer. So ones from Shiva, Europa, Grimnir, etc. The Alexiel, and Metatron and Avatar. Nailed it. Whether or not you want these, is based a lot on the element. Obviously take something that's good for an element that you actually want to play. Some of these elements weapons are stronger than others. I'm just going to pick on Dark for a second. I don't think the Dark weapons are particularly amazing for magnitude, but, you know, feel free to disagree. Out of these, ones that are very strong, let's see. The Earth ones are like the Nibelung Horn is a pretty good one for Earth. It's a stamina weapon plus it boosts your crit rate, so like if you're running Omega Earth, it's a good choice. Really out of these, the ones that I'm most interested in personally right now is the last Stormheart, because the Winning 9 fight is coming up. Any of these Regalia weapons are a good choice because effectively you're getting effectively four copies, because you get an MLB version, so you get the first copy plus the 3 uncaps. And these are kind of a pain in the ass to farm, to be honest, because like you need to get the host mat, and then you also need to get the drop, and the drop can only come off of a host chest or a blue chest, I think. I'm not sure if an MP chest can get one of these. So these are a fine choice. You can't trade for these with pendants, but it costs 4,000 prestige pendants. They're not the most limited of these things, but like you can buy them, but it's pretty expensive to buy them. So definitely a solid choice. I believe the light ones in Mitron is good also. Next up are the Xena weapons. True Infernal Flame Scythe, True Glacial Dream. Why is it so hard for me to say words right now? True Glacial Dream Staff, etc. for all the elements. I did notice, however, that so when the 3rd rerun of these came out, so particularly for Fire and for Earth, they released a 2nd Xena weapon. So for Fire, it was the Fire Katana. I am really losing my voice. I've been recording for like a while now because I got halfway through this specific video, and then my internet went out. So, yeah, been recording a while. The Katana is not available for Fire, which is fine. The Axe is still good, but if you did want the Katana, then it's not available for some reason. Same thing with Earth. The Sword is not available. It's just a heart, so keep that in mind. Any of the Xena weapons are good because pretty much every grid runs at least one Xena weapon for its EX modifier, if not more than one. Some exceptions, some people are swapping out True Conviction Flash Spear for Wind Hose, because Wind Hose has the bonus chain burst effect, and it's just a secondary effect that you don't get with the other one. some people are switching out like either a katana or a flame scythe for the other proving grounds weapon, for the fire proving ground, the one that increases skill damage, because again it's EX modifier but has a passive bonus to skill damage cap, so you know that's pretty good. That's a pretty good option. If you pick any of the Xena weapons, they're a fine choice. Another thing to keep in mind is with the Xena weapons. Oh, interesting. The Xena weapons come actually FLB, so yeah, they're completely FLB. They're not MLB, and then you have to FLB them. So that's another thing to keep in mind. You don't need to worry about getting the mats, because the mats are event mats, and you can't get them right now. The reason why Xena weapons are good, though, as opposed to Regalia weapons, is Regalia weapons you can get anytime. Like, you can farm Grimnir any day. I mean, whether or not it gives you a heart, well, that's up to Grimnir, but these events come up, like, I want to say each of the Xena events comes up maybe twice a year, so, like, they're not always up, and who knows how long it'll be until you can get one, so these are more limited in that regard. So if you don't have a Xena weapon all for your grid, these are probably a strong choice. I will say, farming 4 of the Xena weapons when the event is up, however, is in my opinion easier than farming 4 of the Regalia weapons at any time. Because the Regalia weapons are pretty annoying to farm, like their drop rates are pretty low. So that's another thing to consider, but either of them, fine choice. These things, what are these called? What do they call these things? Primal weapons, I guess? Yeah. So, primal weapons, XX, Oberon, etc. Cortana. And then ancient XX, ancient Oberon, ancient Cortana. The difference is the regular version, so regular Cortana, stupid back button. Regular Cortana is a normal modifier. See Oblivion? So you would use this in a Hades grid, or, you know, a primal grid. The ancient Cortana is the Magna / Omega version, so Shalim. So you'd use this in Omega or a primal grid, or sorry, an Omega or a Magna. I'm just gonna say Magna, because that's easier for me. In a Magna grid. Pretty straightforward there. Only thing to note is a lot of people say that the ancient X-Axe is better than a regular X-Axe, all things being equal, because of the way the multipliers work out for criticals. This one is a Magna crit, whereas the regular X-Axe is a normal modifier crit. And the math is complicated, so I'm not going to get into it. My cats are making a ruckus, because of course they are. Mommy's filming, kids. So yeah, something to consider between the X-axes. In my experience, the difference isn't that big. I think people overstate how much the difference there is, but there is a difference, generally speaking. If you're running a Primal Fire, then like the X-axes are less exciting. Only thing I'll say there. Alvia's, X-Axe, Oberon, Cortana, all decent choices. Oberon is on the line, because Oberon's kind of It's not that much better than a Leviathan Dagger. It's worse than Leviathan Dagger if you're fighting off element for some reason with water. Perseus, Nala, Kuvara, and Artemis. Don't do it. They all have flaws that make them not good enough compared to the other options. These weapons, these are from like Athena, I can't remember the water one, what water's from, Baal, Odin, Lich, etc. Out of these, ones that are worth it, Erectonius is very good, still core in a lot of fire primal grids, because it's attack, you get an HP cut, but honestly it's not that big a deal, but it's attack plus Trium, which is absolutely friggin' huge. I think Wilhelm's okay. Salomon Axe is pretty strong if you want to run MG Earth. Spymer's Vision, some people like it, some people don't. It gives you a lot of bonuses like attack, double tap, and crit, but 10% cut to HP. It's up to you whether or not that's worth it, but I think they're fine. Ender's Edge, bleh. Plume Suprema, also bleh. Gungnir, Sleipnir Shoes, oops. All these are bleh. All these are bleh. Gungnir is usable. The rest, pretty bleh. Now we're getting into the Prometheus Weapon. God, is this from Whale? Kaung, I think. All Might Spear is from the dude, the squall guy. I can't remember his fucking name. I cannot remember his name. I'm not going to try. LaFay is from, I think, Marigna? No. Garuda? No. Marigna? Who cares? It's from that tier of bosses. And above Iliad's from Hector. And Anubis is from Anubis. So out of these, Fire, I'm going to dive in a little bit because these are, some people might pick these and there's a lot to talk about with them. Fire Prometheus. If you're running Enmity Fire, this has a big fire attack boost and a medium fire attack boost. Double attack boost is huge. And it boosts your double attack rate. Who gives a shit about double attack rate? Honestly, it's 2019. No, I'm just kidding. Double attack rate's fine. I just don't get excited about triple attacks where it's at. The big thing about them is you take damage every turn. That's both a huge bonus and a huge penalty. Taking damage every turn is actually good if you're running Enmity Fire because it gets your Enmity weapons active. However, the damage can start adding up a lot if the fight goes long. And if you're running Enmity characters like Summer Beatrice who drop their health as part of their skills, this can very easily kill them. And if the fight goes long, it can definitely outpace the amount of healing you can output and just on its own kill you. So really, you're going to be careful when you use this, but it's potentially very powerful. Keeper Hallowed Round. This is just a big water attack, but it gives you a chain burst cap up, like Wind Toes. Honestly, people don't really... like, most teams don't chain burst enough for that to be that exciting. Only time chain burst up is particularly exciting, in my opinion, is for United Fight. If you're doing one-turn EX kills, EX plus kills, because a lot of people use stuff like Mechanic, so you'll instantly start with your whole team at full charge bar, and then you'll immediately 4-person charge and get a full chain burst, and usually the margin by which people miss the one-turn kill and go from a fast one-turn kill to a slow 2-turn kill is... it's like 1,000,000 damage. Like, it's not a huge margin, so that chain burst can be enough to get you over it. So that is something to keep in mind with the chain burst cap up. But really, that's the only situation where it matters particularly a lot. Sure, you'll get more damage on your first turn Oogies during strike time or whatever, but like, you're usually not trying to one-turn those bosses, so like, it's not that big a deal. All Might Spear. Big attack, whatever. Charge attack cap up. You know how I feel about cap up. Cap ups are great. Charge attack cap up, vastly more useful than chain burst cap up because you charge attack. You get more out. You charge attack more than you chain burst for any like significant amount. LaFay. This is an interesting one. Some people don't like this because they are weird and think that 10% cut to HP is like the end of the world. It's not. I mean, fucking... like, endgame fire grids run Erectonius, which has 10% cut to HP. They usually run 2, in fact. Dark grids run the Quillen Bow and Cortanas regularly. But HP doesn't matter that much. I would recommend being careful if you're getting into like a 30% to 40% HP cut. That's kind of a lot. But like at 20% cut, you're fine. Like, honestly, it's not that big a deal. The only fight where HP really matters is like Ultimate Bahamut, and even then it only matters until you hit a certain threshold. So like it's not like you need like, it's not like infinitely more HP is better. It's just like if you're above enough to survive, then you're fine and you don't really need more. That's just the way it is. So LaFay, big boost to wind attack, big boost to wind allies multi-attack rate. This is Wind Cortana. This is literally Wind Cortana. It's even also a dagger. There isn't an ancient LaFay, though. So this is a normal modifier. That's the thing to keep in mind. This is for Zephyrus, as opposed to Tiamat. This is for a Primal Grid, not a Magna Grid. So it's probably still fine in Magna Grid, because you still get some bonus. And the thing with Wind to remember is Wind has almost no good general multi-attack rate buffs it can get from its grid. Like, Love Eternal is double attack, it's not multi or triple, and that's a huge issue with Love Eternal. this is one of the very few ways to get multi-attack. And if you're running normal, a normal modifier grid, so like a Zephyrus grid, a Primal grid, you're definitely going to want at least one Lefay, I would say. So Lefay is a very strong choice. Less so if you're Magna, but still I would consider running one even if you are Magna. Bow of Iliad. It's stamina plus double attack. Don't super care about double attack, but I mean the stamina is a big deal. Like stamina is a nice bonus, and double attack is just, you know, it's there. It's, like, I'll take it. So this one's alright. Between Lefay and Hermanibus, I would say one of these two is probably the best pick from here. Hermanibus is boost to multi-attack rate on Ugi. Big deal. That is basically like the true Infernal Flame Scythe, the Xeno Flame Axe effect. Boost to attack and HP, and boost to damage cap. And the HP here can balance out Cortanas or Quillenbows, so that's actually pretty nice. So charge attack, damage cap up. Last things to talk about. These are the showdown weapons. These are from Cerberus and Fenrir showdowns. Thing to think about here, Cerberus and Fenrir showdowns show up very rarely. The last one was Christmas. I think before Christmas was like probably like 8 months before that. So that's something to consider with these. Who knows when you get another chance to get these. The Cerberus order is standard for a lot of dark grids, especially primal dark grids. Boost multi-attack, small enmity. No flat attack though, only enmity. So that's something to consider. It's very good. However, Fimble is absolutely key to primal water grids. I think it's time for my kitty to eat. Okay, I'll finish recording, kitty, and then I'll get you lunch. Hold on. Fimble is absolutely key for primal water grids, Varuna grids. Varuna grids run anywhere from at least 2, I would say. I mean, you could run, like some run 1, but that's usually because they didn't bother to farm a second one. Not talking about myself at all here. 2 to 3. They're extremely powerful, and this is a good pick because you never know when the next Varuna event is coming. Sorry, kitty, get your... Oh my god. This little rascal is making such a ruckus. He wants his lunch. I'll feed you in a second, poopy. Yeah, who knows when the next Fenrir and Cerberus showdowns are coming. So, they're a good choice. I, in fact, did take a Fimble because I was lazy during... I wasn't lazy, I was busy during Christmas and didn't have a chance to farm my second Fimble, so I picked Fimble because it was between Fimble and, honestly, probably the last Stormharp for me, because Fimble won on the end because I don't know when I'll get a chance to get another one from a Fenrir event. Could be in a month, could be not until next Christmas. They're really infrequent. Last Stormharp, to get 4 Last Stormharps is a lot of prestige pens or a lot of time and luck on Grimnir. So, like, that's worthwhile, and the Wind United fight's coming up, so that's kind of my reasoning there. But, yeah, those are basically your options here. You're going to have to weigh just what the biggest boost to your grid is, plus how easily attainable is the weapon normally, and with that, kind of figure out what you want. Like, the Xena weapons, their events aren't always around, but they're around a lot more than the showdowns are. And you have other EX options for that slot when the showdowns aren't around, so that it's not that big a deal, even though they are very strong. And they're easy, they're pretty easy. In my opinion, they're pretty easy to farm when the events are around. But yeah, Fimble, definitely a big pick just because it's not around often. It's just not, unless they do something to make those events more regularly available, you just don't get many chances to get those, and you need them. Stuff like any of these, like Lefay, Herm, and Nubis, these bosses are pain in the ass to farm. I think, like, you just don't see as many people host these, so, like, these are also a good choice. But yeah, that's what you shoot your 5th birthday weapon ticket. Ultimately, choice is up to you. I will say, spend these wisely, because... you're like, this is such a boon. Like, they give away free Magna 1 weapons all the time, but these caliber weapons are a pain in the ass. People spend months farming this kind of thing. So yeah, spend it wisely. If you want to talk to me directly about my advice on these weapons, I now have a Discord. It's in the description down below. If you are a patron on Patreon, or sub to me on Twitch, there are private channels. We have all kinds of fun there. Feel free, but you don't need to do any of that stuff to join. If you just want to jump on and be part of the community, feel free to jump on the Discord link. Please check out my Twitch and my Twitter and my Patreon. I would super appreciate that. And if you have any thoughts about what you want me to cover next, just let me know down below. Smash that like button. It likes it because it's dirty. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.